I don't know if Danny can tell time. I wonder if he's able to. I never asked him if he could tell time. And what I mean by that is there were so many times where he'd come in the office unannounced, and he's coming in, and he'd come into my office. He'd be like, "Hey, you got a minute?" And you knew what that is. Not a New York minute. That is a, on the beach hanging out for a long period of time minute. And that minute, you're feeling like, man, I got a lot of stuff to do. Instead, he's telling me all these stories and stories and stories, and they're really good. And I'm so grateful to have that moment to especially reflect back now. But I think he can't tell time.
Danny was a great individual. He was a talker. He was more about extracting knowledge from you than anything else. But Danny and I could talk. We could talk shop pretty well because we both came up in the industry about the same. His dad was a masonry contractor. My dad was a masonry contractor. So we had a lot to talk about.
Danny at the core was a bricklayer at heart. And so he could build, you name it, any structure, any building, he could build it. But what set him apart, I believe, is his ability to build people. He saw things in people that maybe weren't apparent, that maybe others couldn't see. And a lot of times it was people with heart like him, and he would just pour into them. And the result is a collection of people that are loyal and who are driven and who want to make this company the best company that can possibly be.
As a whole, he has helped change this industry from, the way we attack jobs, the way that we help GCs put together the masonry on these jobs. I think, his value is he's always strove to be the best masonry company in the industry. That's always been his goal. He wanted to be the fastest and the best and be able to beat anybody at anything in the masonry industry.
What is a good word that I feel like could describe him? And the word that was given to me was a pioneer. And so what a pioneer really is someone who is willing to go to places of unknown, road less traveled. Sometimes you can't really see where all you're headed, and you probably don't have the cheerleaders telling you, hey, go for it. It's more like, hey, are you sure? And Danny was that. He was a guy that come to this area, DFW, not knowing anybody, not knowing if he was going to be able to build this type of company or not. And he put one foot in front of the other and just decided to try to show up every day and not give up. And so that's how I would describe Danny as a pioneer.
Both his daughter Megan and son Daniel made the decision to, work in the business, and it meant a tremendous amount to Danny Green. That was, family is most important to him, and so that. The company obviously was another major importance to him, and so them being involved in the business, it was just amazing. He and others obviously were just critical in making the association what it is today.
His belief in the fact that one company, if we didn't all unite and become an industry where we work together to improve it, the industry was never going to be as strong. And I think the UMCA is the way it is today because of their beliefs in that.
They, took the time, saw the importance of it, and, poured into it and really set the standard for what it is today. On the state level, he and others were involved at a very, what I think, critical time in the TMC's history. Kind of a similar deal. I think they saw what it could be, saw what they wanted it to be, poured into it, and kind of got the ball rolling on that. And it was extremely important to Danny. He saw the value in it, and around here, it's not optional to participate. It's a requirement.
Well, Danny, I appreciate our friendship, your stewardship within the industry and putting back into the industry more than anything. It meant a lot to him to give back and to give to his family and to give to his people within his organization, his community, his church, schools.
I think if I had to, visit with him right now, it's how's he doing with the Lord? Just, telling what he's seeing now and the company he's in and the peace that he has. And for that, I'm happy for him. Obviously, there's many people here that miss him, and we're looking at life and how things will navigate in, decades to come. But I would just say, hey, well done. Well done, Danny. You lived well. You touched a lot of lives, and it's probably just the beginning.